Yulan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it's time for another officer video. You know that I'm doing all officers at the moment from A to Z, and in this case we are in the B section at the moment, and today we are at Bael. You will know her from Star Trek The Next Generation if you've seen the series. But before I get into more detail, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be informed by YouTube when a new video is coming out or a live stream is coming up. But let's have a look at Bael. As I said, you will know her from The Next Generation if you've seen the series. It's from a double episode that I'm not very fond of. It was one of the later ones and not one of my favorites, but that was an episode where Worf heard rumors that his father is still alive after the attack on Kittimer, the Romulan attack where Worf was found as a baby and brought to the Federation. And there are rumors his father is still alive in kind of a prison camp or whatever on Romulan soil. And when he goes there, he sees a lot of Romulans and Klingons living together, and even living very closely together, because Bael is half Klingon, half Romulan, and born there. And that's why it's quite interesting. It says Bael from Kittimer's Revenge, because the class, group, and faction we always have to look at is class engineering. That means when you level her up later, you will need engineering badges to do so. He's from the group Kittimer's Revenge. That means that if you put her with others of that group on the bridge of a ship, she gives synergy. But she's from the faction Klingons. Although she's half Romulan, they decided to put her in the Klingon faction, which means that you need Klingon credits to upgrade her later in the game. She's a rare officer, and she has a captain's and officer's ability. When she was put into the game, there were no below deck abilities, and that's the reason why it couldn't be differently. Her captain's ability or captain's maneuver is Klingon Valor. Bael increases the ship's weapon damage by 25%. And if you get her early in the game, that is quite a nice addition. And her officer ability is Romulan Tact. And there you see she's got a Klingon and a Romulan ability. And Bael increases the ship's armor by 500% of total crew attack, and that's nice as well. A lot of the officers I'm talking about will be very useful earlier in the game, because later there are certain officers, when you have the luck to get them or the patience to get them, they will outshine a lot of those other officers that were early in the game. And the later those officers came into the game, the better they usually are, with exceptions like T'Pol, for example. She's not one of my favorites, and she's not that useful. But if you started that game recently and had the chance to get T'Pol now, she will be helpful for you. But I don't even have used her in the whole week since I got her. But nevertheless, like Bael, there are officers that are very useful until you get to the point where you get those more expensive and better officers, and that's the case here too. And as an uncommon officer, she has, of course, two away team traits. One is uncompromising and one is dedicated. They will be quite useful in away teams, and that's the only place where I'm using her right now, if at all. But as I said, if you get her early, if you're lucky, then you might want to use her on the bridge of your ship, because there are some nice combinations with her, unless you have really the best officers here in the game. The problem with having her early is that you can only get her usually via the Ultra Recruit section. And there she is in the rare part of the section. The issue is I didn't get too many shards that way from her, but that's always a matter of luck. It could be that you are a low-level player that just recently started and had a lucky pull and then already got Bael. Then it's a brilliant thing to have her that early. I got her quite late because it's like other officers. It's with the original series Scotty, for example. I waited ages. I guess I was in the 40s levels already until I finally got him. But he also needs a few shards more than Baal to unlock. But that's always a gamble in these things. And I hope you don't mind me naming you guys, but Wiz and Higgy from my alliance, that's always fun because Wiz has so lucky fingers. He always gets the good stuff in the recruit. And Higgy, I'm sorry for you, mate, that you always have bad luck with doing that. But those two guys from my alliance just show how much you need luck to get officers early or not. So this is a complete gamble. And as I said, there were officers that I had very early on my last two servers, and on this server I've waited for ages, and Baal was one of those. So I didn't put her to a lot of use on this server because I got her too late for that. But you might be lucky and have her early, then take a very good look at her, because then she is very helpful. And as usual, if you want to tell me about your experiences with Baal or your thoughts on her, then please let me know in the comments of this video. Know that I'm always happy to hear your experiences as well with the topics of the videos. And if you just want to ask questions or do video requests, then please do. You know that I always read your comments and try to answer all questions, and also try to fulfill video requests when I can. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, I'm so curious that I like to know where all my viewers from all over the planet are coming from, especially those that are interacting in the chat here. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.